What is going on with Bud? So we want to talk about Bud, see what's going on with it. How should we look to trade it? And I'm going to look at the daily time frame. So to make it simple, if you guys have my indicators, if you don't have them, they're in my Discord. You can watch my swing trading education. But I think I've made a lot of videos where I think a lot of people are understanding. I think you guys are starting to understand. Like, yeah, this is really simple. It's more of a discipline, not a FOMO thing. Like when I'm looking at Bud, I can clearly see downtrend, right? It's even without these indicators, you can easily see, yeah, we're just going down and down and down, right? And this is like you're kind of like here, you hit this, and that's kind of like your trend here. But this is how I would like to trade. I do trend reversals. I do trade downtrends too, if there are at the extreme levels. So when I'm looking at Bud, the EMA 20 is your top line. So it's easy to say downtrend. That's the easiest way to say it. EMA 20, top line, downtrend. Okay, now that we have this green band, you see how this is your buy zone. Sometimes, your price can come back up to it, like from this low to this high. This was a 3% move. But I do not want to just randomly buy it if it touches that. The things that you want to see it, and you can see it over and over again, especially with bigger caps. You see how Bud did not touch this EMA 5 for quite some time, and that's going to be your first point of target. And then what happens is it hits the 5, and then it goes down. Hits the 5, goes down, right? Hits the EMA 5, down. EMA 5, down. EMA 5, down. So what I look for is the more touches, then you get to the next level, which is your EMA 10. This is your yellow band. But there's just really not that much target here. To the EMA 10, you're looking at a 1.5% move, which, if you put bigger money in, then yeah, it's, that's not too shabby, right? But for Bud here, we're in a downtrend. What I would like to look for is the buy zones at this green band here. What I've noticed too is on your first initial drop, this green band or this EMA 5 takes the longest, right? When you have a big drop like this, you got to understand the indicators lag. So when you had this big gap here, you went from this here, this was your gap here, so this EMA 5 takes more time. So usually 7 daily candles is long. So Bud hasn't hit the EMA 5 in actually this candle here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Makes kind of sense. We had a gap down. Gaps usually cause EMA 5 to take longer. We hit the EMA 5, price can't sustain it, and so usually it's a rejection. So that's where the algos look to say, hey, let's lure in retail traders, think that we're going to pump it, and then they big money sells off right there, just like this. So what I would look to do is first, I wouldn't take it till it hits this ATR4. This is a very slow mover. Yes, you could probably invest into it. Obviously, the weekly is definitely downtrend too, so I wouldn't recommend investing into it. This thing, if we look at big support zones, let's just look at let's look at demand zones here. You can see right here is a demand zone. You had this big move down here, and then this is where price switched the trend on a weekly to an uptrend, right? So we went from $50 to 67. So we have that, and then your next big demand zone would be right here. That's if we're using just basic supply and demand. I don't usually use that, but it's good to see how far off are we from that. We are currently in a demand zone right now. We started entering it in this area here. You kind of see, okay. But obviously, it can go all the way to a low of $50. So you're risking about, $3 and some change. So it's not too shabby if you wanted to get into a longer position here and, see if it just goes up eventually as this stock, even at a lows, it does eventually recover. This one right here was the COVID crisis, I believe, 2020. You can see right here when price still hit this, it recovered to an all-time. So obviously that would be your last demand zone, but that's so far over that it's not probably even reputable to draw that. It's just so far down there. I don't see that happening anytime soon. So we'll get rid of the second one. I think this is a great demand zone here. This is your support zones where price, accumulated and then it went up. That's all it is. Price accumulates and then goes up. So, and I think that's a very nice one, right? You had this one right here where price just got wrecked here. There was a lot of buyers here, but it just broke right through it. So this second one is a more stable. It's more prominent because you can see there's lots of candles. You have many candles in here, whereas this is just, a big dip and rip. So that's my analysis here. I would like to see if we're doing a trend reversal, where would I look to start? If price comes back down to this green band, would be a nice entry. I guess you don't have much TD time distance from the EMA 5, but now you have time distance from the 10. So if you look at the EMA 10, the last time we touched was, it's got to be a clear touch. Like you can see how this is not touching. You can see how that's a clear touch. You can barely see the wick hit it. And that should tell you algos look for those areas to sell it off. So 1028, wow, that's been a while. So 1028 to 1128 is 1 month. So what I'd like to tell people is anything that don't touch the EMA 10 in 1 month is long, but this had a gap, so give it a little extra time. So 1 month and 2 weeks it should hit it. So this is actually looking probably like a really good buy actually. Because you had that EMA 10, so price comes back down to this green band, which is your buy zone. It's my Keltner channel. I have the settings customized. If you're in my Discord, you know it. And then your price targets are your 10 and the 20. And if you are a longer term investor, then I see this can make a trend change and switch trends eventually, but you will have to hold for quite some time. It depends on your patience. But that's how you get into these kind of investment type of plays. If you want to do kind of plays like this, but I like to look at these, try to get in and out. So from this EMA, this ATR4 Keltner to this EMA 10, you're looking at a 3% bounce. So I mean, it's not going to be a massive returns unless if you want to do options, that would be your way to get those big returns. But if you just buy the shares, don't expect like massive moves up either. But yeah, it's not bad. I mean, 3%. If you have a bigger account, put $10,000 in. I mean, that's pretty good. Yeah, that's not bad. 1 to 3% on bigger accounts, safer stock is pretty good. So that's my analysis. EMA 10 is your next target. I would like to buy it in that supply and demand zone, which I labeled, but more importantly at this green band here. So I hope you guys like this analysis. If you do want to join the Discord, this is my chance to tell you about it. It's very nice. It's very affordable. I try to be very transparent on exactly what I'm doing. Enter here, exit there. But it's not really a mirror service. It's not supposed to be about copying. It's more supposed to be about understanding the setups. And then obviously more eyes. You can find more plays. There's plays that I didn't know. People find some plays. I'm like, yeah, that meets the system. So it's better to be a part of a community that uses how to trade with the trend, how to trade against the trend at the most very simplistic way to do it that anyone can learn. You watch a couple of these videos, you'll be on track to learn all this in one day. So if you join the Discord, hit the link down below in the YouTube comments below. It'll say join the premium Discord. It'll take you to this free chat landing page. What you want to do is hit day trade alerts, and that'll get you access to all the memberships, day trades, and swing trades for only $12 a month. It's I try to make it a fair price. How low can I do it that's worth my time to actually put a lot of time into this, and I think that's very reasonable. If you hit server shop here, you can also see I do have a just if you just want swing trades, you're like, man, I can't get over that $10. Well, it's just $6 if you want swing trades. Like I said, I try to work with you guys. If you want the day trades too, I have a strategy with that. It's $12 a month, more education, more alerts, and then we have another community day trader chat right in here. Like I said, choose what you think. Choose what you think is good. Choose what you think is worth it. I think the day trades is one of my favorites. I think it's just nice to know what is it like in an intraday time frame. I look at smaller time frames, and really that's how you get really precise entries. But this is my analysis on BUT. I do like it for a longer term hold, but you just gotta be willing to hold it longer term. And it's actually getting to that buy zone that I do like. So if it does hit this lower band, I'll let you guys know in the chat and the Discord if you're in. I'll be, hey, this is actually a good move up to this EMA 10 where you can make nice returns. I hope to see you guys in the Discord. If you guys like the video, get a like, subscribe, comment, and I'll see you in the next one.